What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Degens podcast. This week we got episode 99. Exciting. You got Nam and Dan here with you today. Tyler is still doing Christmas things, so he's not with us today, but we have an exciting episode for you. How you doing, Nam?
I'm doing pretty good. All things considering. Had to go back to work right after the holidays.
Hopefully it
So,
wasn't too bad today.
you know, it was, but we're some all-stars when we want to be. That's what I'll leave it at.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm sure you got people coming with gift cards and this and returns and everything else today. So,
All the web orders and everything too. What about you?
yeah, it
How's your day?
was good. I didn't do a lot today. Lied in bed. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and relaxed.
Nice.
Back to
Nice.
the work grind tomorrow, though.
Have you made any progress on your naughty show?
No,
I haven't either.
I haven't even started. I haven't thought about it. I'm gonna watch it like the day before we gotta do it.
Yeah, pretty much same.
I don't even remember what I'm supposed to watch, to be honest with you. Something about a sumo wrestler.
Yep.
Well, would you like to get into some news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Well, first off, did you get anything good for Christmas you want to tell our listeners about?
So this year I did it a little differently than normal. Normally we do get presents, we open them up the day of, stuff like that. This year we kind of got things throughout the year. So we didn't really do much on Christmas per se, but like we both got into Magic, we got some pretty good decks and stuff like that. We got a lot of
Nice.
cards. Got a new vacuum cleaner actually. Got a really good
Exciting.
deal on it. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Soundbar too. Really nice pick up there. It was only like it was a price mishap. It's like
Nice.
normally $150. I got it for like 10.
Hell yeah.
So,
That's the gift that keeps on giving, dude.
yeah, spoiled myself throughout the year.
Love that.
What about you? What'd you get?
Nothing crazy. Me and my wife took it pretty easy this year because we redid our bathrooms, so that was our Christmas present to each other. But I got a
Okay.
cool ball marker holder for my golf, like the ball markers I get at all the courses I go to, so that's pretty sweet. Got some new
Nice.
shoes, little things, For me, it's more at this point like everything I would want is too expensive to ask somebody else to get me. So I look forward more to giving gifts to like my nieces and my family and stuff like that.
Nice. Nice. I'm sure they had a good Christmas too.
Oh yeah, they got spoiled. Nothing new.
Nice.
But yeah, I can't expect Santa to put a $600 to $700 golf club or car part under the tree,
Yeah, it's asking a little much these days.
For sure.
All right. So, I guess let's get into the next bit of news.
Actual news.
Yes. Crunchyroll reportedly has told their marketing team to stop advertising DanDaDan before its release. Apparently this and other anime are being shunned by higher ups within Crunchyroll due to publication rights, is what is being reported. So that is actually pretty unfortunate, but at the same time, there's no reason why they shouldn't be trying to capitalize on this momentum when they have it.
Yeah,
You know?
but at the same time, you got to think. So if you're in charge of X amount of ad dollars, you want to make sure those ad dollars drive the consumer to your product. Like if I saw a DanDaDan ad and I didn't have Crunchyroll, I'd be like, oh wait, I can go watch it on Netflix. Who cares? Or Hulu or Twitter or whatever, everywhere you can watch it. So I definitely get
Yeah,
where they're going from, and they should definitely spend their money to drive them towards their platform. And it doesn't really matter, honestly. Like they didn't need to spend money on DanDaDan because it was a phenomenon, and there's no reason to spend money on a thing that's already getting by on word of mouth.
true. True. My only concern though is going to be just future animes that might not get that kind of attention, right?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it's solely going to be because some higher up is upset at X publication studio for, even potentially buying another company, which is exactly what happened with Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I think what happened was they did it with Kaiju number 8, and they probably got some feedback from the studio with the breakdown of where people watched it, and the numbers weren't where they wanted it to be, so they said, "Fuck that, we're not spending all that money on something we're not getting a return on."
That could be a
'Cause
good way of seeing it too.
yeah, I mean, from the business standpoint, like, if
Yeah.
you are spending money on a show people are watching other places, you're wasting your money. What they should be doing is putting all their eggs in MF Ghost.
Yes. Indeed.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, I definitely get where they're coming from. It does suck, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and we need to respect that it is a business. Crunchyroll is there to make Sony money. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Cool. We got a lot of new seasons being announced. We got Solo Leveling season 2 starting in January 4th, and that is probably something you're going to hear us talk about a lot on the rundown.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Just assuming. We watched season 1, we might as well keep the train rolling.
I mean, with as good as it was, though, there's no reason not to, right? Just like
Yeah,
how good season 2 of MF Ghost was.
I know, dude.
And unfortunately, it's over. But
It's coming
there
back.
is a light at the end of the first tunnel.
It's a shining light, actually. It's blinding.
Season 3 has actually been announced with the ending of season 2. There is no actual release date, but they did make sure to notate that fall 2023 was when we got the first season, fall 2024 was when we got the second season. Chances are fall 2025.
Did you watch the promo video?
I did.
Did you
It
notice at the end it had the two lead cars, the GT86 and the yellow Supra, all on a bridge together?
Yes. Yes, I
I
did.
I can't wait, dude. I went to look up if I could read the manga, and I looked at how poorly, like, Initial D, the was actually animated or drawn, and I was like, I don't know if I can read this.
Yeah, no, honestly, this is one that I'm okay waiting for.
Yeah,
It'll
I'll
be
just
there.
watch seasons 1 and 2 and Initial D again when I need my fix. It's not a big deal.
Exactly.
Awesome. Also, in the spirit of the holidays, we have a new anime announced. It's called Sanda. It's about a little boy who turns into Sandy Claus. So that's exciting. This comes from the writer of Beastars, and I can't remember who's animating it, but it was a really interesting trailer. I was kind of thinking it was going to just be about Santa, but it's not. So that'll be interesting. Santa's in jail. What I got
Dang,
out of
what's
it.
he doing?
The Japanese didn't want the kids having fun anymore.
That's unfortunate. In other news, we have a new signing in the NBA. Luffy is joining the LA Lakers.
Fuck the Lakers. Sorry, I'm a
That
Celtics fan. That rivalry is older than most of the listeners of this podcast, if not
true,
all
true.
of them except maybe one.
That aside, um, One Piece and LA Lakers collab happening February 28th. There is more details that is going to be announced later on from the Lakers side, but they did actually show off a jersey where they replaced the middle emblem with the One Piece Jolly Roger. It looks pretty cool. Not gonna
Dude,
lie.
if it was anyone but the Lakers, I'd probably scoop it.
I know you would.
But it's the
um,
Lakers and I can't.
that being said, let's stop talking about the Lakers and let's focus on the good of this, right? One Piece. Uh it is now having a new time, which is going to be 11:15 p.m. in Japan on Sundays. So we're going to be getting it Sunday morning.
In the US.
Personally, I think that this is a good move. As well too, it will line up better with the manga. So
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
uh,
I
go
feel
ahead.
kind of bad for the Japanese viewers because, like, that's pretty damn late. So that kind of
Yeah,
sucks, but
from what they were stating though, is that it could mean less censorship of the actual final arcs.
Ooh. Okay.
So that could be a positive thing.
Yeah.
Also, last bit of One Piece news that we got: Subaru Kimura is to take over as Frankie. This is the Boogie Woogie of JJK. Three in B stars: Ryoma Terasaka in Assassination Classroom, and Gien in Doraemon. So he's got a lot of voice acting credits. Um, and he's replacing the recently retired Kazuki Yao. Um, Man definitely looked like he was ready to ride
Hand
off
over.
into the sunset.
He looked like he was ready to hand over his underwear.
He actually did at on
I
the
know.
stage. So
Yeah.
that was kind of a sad moment, but at the same time, we are getting somebody who's very talented, someone who's got a lot of range as well. Frankie's probably going to sound a little different, but at the same time, I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens with this final arc with him.
Yeah, there's no way to mimic Frankie's voice. Like that is just so timeless and unique that it'd be challenging just to copy it. So
Yeah,
sad to see
but
him go, but at the end of the day, he's been doing it for 20 something years. So
yep. And I'll say
it's had his
this
time.
without any spoilers, Dan, I know you can confirm. We need somebody who's going to be a little bit more energetic with Frankie going forward.
Yeah.
As of right now in the story, we do need somebody who's going to be very energetic. So, yeah,
Cool.
that's all we got for One Piece though.
Cool. Moving on with the big three, we got some Bleach news. The final two episodes of this season are going to be condensed into a single 1 hour long episode. So hopefully it's gas. And we heard a little bit about the fourth cower too. It's going to feature some changes from the manga, and the ending could potentially change. So that'll be interesting to see. We have noticed some slight changes where it's gotten darker, and I'm kind of excited for that. I mean, Kubo's had a lot of say on what's going on with these changes. So, it's kind of like AOT where we're not losing the vision of the guy who made it and just throwing shit in there and see if it hits. So I'm hoping it gets a little darker because it is a very dark arc, which would be cool to see.
I think just now it gives him the ability to really do some things now that he's had a chance to sit there and ponder and think like, oh, this would probably flow better with the story. This would make the story more impactful, stuff like that.
I got my
So
my hopes and dreams for an Aizen Bankai. That's all I want.
I really hope not, because that's going to be absolutely terrifying. You know it is.
Awesome. Aizen's like
You
my
know,
favorite bad guy in anime, so I want to see it.
God, he's ridiculously good. But in other news, going back to the debuts, Kaiju number 8, July 2025.
Very
So that's
nice.
exciting news.
Yeah, excited for that. I think like Kaiju number 8 left off at a spot where I was like, no, I just want to watch more. I want to
Yeah.
see what's going to happen now that like we've kind of come to the close on that arc, and I was like, damn it.
Oh yeah. Well, and the best part too is we also get another show that's returning in July. DanDaDan.
True. Yeah, DanDaDan is coming back in July.
So we're gonna have
Hopefully,
two.
hopefully our girl's still breathing.
Oh God. Somebody get her an oxygen tank, please.
I think we said last episode to get her a read. She can channel her inner ninja. We had a lot of news this week, guys. So bear with us. Freerun manga is entering another hiatus. Hopefully everything's going okay with the author, but it had just returned on December 11th after a 2 week break, and we're going on another break. So hope everything is good with them.
Yeah. And it's always tough too, especially in the final arc. You always hope that it's more, creative reasons as opposed to health reasons at this stage. So
Yeah, definitely.
hoping for the best. You know what you don't have to hope for is the ability to watch Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. It's finally released today, December 27th, the day you all are listening to this. or a date farther than that. Never
It'll
before that though.
it'll be out when you listen to this. We can promise that. Unless you listen at midnight and it drops at like 7 PM. That's not on us. Um, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Fandango at home. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's like the movies.
So Fandango at home, I'm pretty sure is just Voodoo these days. Yeah, you remember Voodoo?
No.
Okay, it was another one of those services where you could like
Watch
buy
movies
rights.
early.
Well, you could buy the rights to the movies and it stores it on there for you. So when you got codes and stuff like that, whenever you used to buy the DVD digital or Blu-ray digital ones,
Oh.
those codes were for Voodoo, which was at the
Ah.
time owned by Walmart, and now it's just Fandango at home.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, sweet. No more news. We had a lot of it, but there's probably stuff we missed too. I mean, they just did the big what do you call it? Anime thing. Conference show.
Oh yeah, Jump Festa.
Jump Fest. There we go.
Yep.
Cool. So we're getting into our topic for today, and today we have a really fun one for you guys. We're going to be doing holiday classics reimagined as anime movies. You know, with it being Christmas time, we're going to take some of the classics. Think Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all those old stop motion Santa movies, some of the newer classics for our generation, and we're going to be putting some twists on them as an anime. Will the original plot stay intact? Maybe, probably not. But let's get into it. Now I'm going to go first.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do The Year Without a Santa Claus, which released back in 1974. Um I'm sure many of you remember that movie. However, for those of you who do not, feeling forgotten by the children of the world, old Saint Nick decides to skip his gift-giving journey and take a vacation. Mrs. Claus and two spunky little elves, Jingle and Jangle, set out to see where all the season's cheer has disappeared. Aided by a magical snowfall, they reawaken the spirit of Christmas in children's hearts and put Santa back in action.
Isn't this the
Ah,
one where they go to Southtown, USA?
yep.
What a name.
They had absolutely zero imagination when they made this. And it was still it's a classic, right?
You
It's a
know,
timeless movie.
they had to let
Um,
us know it was going to be warm.
yes. Absolutely. That being said, what if we were just to take a step back here, right? What if we had a fantasy element, right?
Okay.
Instead of it being based around a actual world, all new, unique places and stuff like that. Now imagine more of a Game of Thrones esque storyline.
Okay.
So a lot of wars, lot of warfare and stuff like that. A lot of death. The Year Without a Santa Claus. Frostfire Chronicles. So, in the magical realm of Everwinter, Santa Claus mysteriously vanishes, plunging the world into a relentless winter. Young warrior Hero and his best friend Ilara, a skilled mage, are chosen to find and restore the Christmas spirit. Their journey leads them to Snow Miser, the guardian of winter, who has seized the opportunity to spread eternal frost. As they confront him, Ignatius Thistlewhite, the fiery guardian of summer, arrives to bring eternal summer, sparking an epic clash. Side note, think Akainu and Aokiji.
Love it.
Um, Amidst the chaos, Hero and Alara uncover a sinister plot by the Shadow King to drain the world of its Christmas spirit and unleash eternal darkness. Realizing they must unite, Snow Miser and Ignatius join forces with the young heroes to face the Shadow King in a breathtaking battle of elemental and dark magic. In the heart of the Shadow King's fortress, the heroes combine powers, defeat the dark force, freeing Santa Claus and rekindling the Christmas spirit across Everwinter. Snow Miser and Ignatius reconcile, and Hero and Alara return to their village as celebrated heroes, their bond stronger than ever. And yeah, basically that's the story. Bunch of
I
happy, sappy stuff at the end.
so you're gonna hear a theme with these, and most of them were movie pilots written by ChatGPT. I really enjoy the fact that Jingle and Jangle became Hero and Alara, and Mr. Heat Miser was just not fuck that. He's like Ignatius now.
Yep. Um
Ah.
and then how Santa Claus mysteriously vanishes, but then he was just actually kidnapped.
Hey man, that's a mysterious way to vanish. You're fucking Father Christmas. You shouldn't disappear.
It's true, you really shouldn't. But yeah, so basically, like I said, a very Game of Thrones-esque storyline where a lot of people are being slain over this proxy war that's basically being edged on by the Shadow King from the behind the scenes. And yeah. So if I had to imagine a studio animating this, right? This is one of the big things. I would say Toei.
Okay.
Mainly because of the One Piece tie in there that I had, but like I really feel that with where they've come recently would do absolute wonders as far as the actual animation goes for an anime like this. And I think that they'd be able to pull it off. I'm also going to say that in realistic terms, it'd probably be like a 7.4 on Mal, right?
I can see
Like
that.
it would be a pretty popular show, mainly because it would have a lot of connections to that old show. People would give it a shot. There's gonna be a lot of people that, they're just not gonna be happy with it because it's Christmas themed or they think it's a ripoff, but I feel like it could prevail in the end on that note, just because.
I'd give it a watch.
For sure, right?
Hell yeah.
What
So,
what kind of a movie are you cooking up over here, Dan? What do you got?
okay, so I'm taking a big classic here. We've got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, released originally in 1964. So it's 60 years old. She's an old girl. I hope everybody's seen this as a kid or recently. If you have kids or you're just flipping through Freeform and you see it during the 25 days of Christmas. But we know the gist. Rudolph is a little reindeer born with a red nose that shines bright like a Christmas light bulb. And he doesn't get to join in any of the reindeer games because he's an oddball. He's a misfit. But he saves the day with his big ass nose shining brightly so Santa can see his way through a fog. But we're taking that, and we're mechifying it, dude. We have to. Tyler's not here. I can talk mechas. So we
Please do.
have Rudolph the Red Mecha Reindeer. And the tagline for this is in a galaxy where hope flickers like a dying star, one legend will light the way. In the year 30XX, because that's what we do in the future, humanity has colonized the stars, but peace is a fragile dream. The galaxy is ravaged by the endless war between the fearless Space Force and the ruthless King of the Space Pirates. Amid the chaos, one man remains undeterred: Santa, the galaxy's last beacon of joy, piloting his slave freighter to deliver gifts and hopes to the farthest reaches of the cosmos. But this year, his route to North Star Outpost is fraught with peril. The space pirates, led by the merciless Captain Kragnock, have their sights set on Santa's freighter, hoping to steal its advanced tech and priceless cargo, toys. Outgunned and outnumbered, Santa must rely on his most ambitious creation yet, Rudolph, a cutting-edge mecha reindeer equipped with a glowing plasma core capable of piercing the darkest voids of space. At one point in this trailer, you'll see Kragnock sneering, "Red-nosed freak of metal won't save you now." With speeds unmatched by any ship in the galaxy and a mind as sharp as its titanium antlers, Rudolph is no ordinary machine. As Santa and his crew, including the tech-savvy elf pilot Jingles in space now. We're good. He's kind of risen up through the Space Force since, he saved Christmas back in the day. They realized he was a hero, and they made him expand from there. And the fearless Commando Frost navigate asteroid fields and pirate ambushes. Rudolph discovers a secret hidden within his own design that could change the fate of the galaxy. Can Rudolph protect the sleigh and guide Santa through the storm of war? Or will the spirit of holidays be snuffed out forever? There's only one way to stop them, Rudolph. It's time to shine. Explosive battles, heart-stopping chases, and a glowing hero unlike any other collide in a cosmic holiday adventure for the ages. This Christmas, the brightest light in the galaxy isn't a star. It's a mecha fucking reindeer. Boom. So this being very Gundam inspired to me, it's gonna be done by Studio Sunrise. We got to do it. I was thinking Studio Gainax or Studio. Oh God, I'm spacing out. Fuck. God, whoever the guys from Gurren Lagann formed. I'm spacing out. Kill Studio. I'll Google it. Don't worry. But I think I want to go with the darker, grittier style of animation for this. I don't want it to be very bright and colorful.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh,
It's
trigger.
not something that you want to have be very colorful because it's meant to be a very dark, gritty show.
Yeah. And for me, the big inspiration for Rudolph with his red plasma core is the red comet from Gundam. So we need that to stay.
Nice. Good throwback there, by the way.
And if I had to give it a rating, 8.2.
Okay.
And have everybody on the edge of their seats.
Honestly, if it's gripping enough, I definitely could see that.
The chat GPT made images of Rudolph the red-necked reindeer were fucking awesome, by the way.
You're gonna have to pull up those pictures if you still have them.
I'm gonna have to, I'll post in the Discord.
Awesome. All right, so is that it for your final movie?
Yeah, explosions, robots,
Okay.
space.
Michael Bay film, got it.
Ooh. Could Michael Bay direct an anime film?
If you pay him enough money.
We're gonna have to throw some Linkin Park in there somewhere. What I've done is gonna be the end of the movie.
This is just gonna be Mecha.
It's gonna be
Rudolph looking in a mirror,
blowing through a robot, turning around, having a massive explosion behind him, and all you're gonna hear is "What I've Done," directed by Michael Bay.
Oh man, it's already a box office hit. I can see it now.
$1 million per hour. It's a wrap.
I was gonna say $1 billion. All right, so my next movie, this one here, I know it's already animated. Fuck you guys. I'm still gonna do it anyways.
I mean, this is like CGI animation.
Yeah, no,
We
and
got
we're gonna
CGI animation. We got claymation. We're good.
We're gonna take it to animation. So this one is The Polar Express. A good old fan favorite, especially of my wife's. I'm sure she's gonna be intently listening and staring at me right now from behind me. This one dropped in 2004. And basically, a young boy who has grown skeptical of Santa Claus is shocked to see a train stop outside his window on Christmas Eve, destined for the North Pole. When he accepts an invitation from the conductor to climb on board, Tom Hanks, by the way, he embarks on a white knuckle ride to Santa's headquarters where he makes fast friends and learns an invaluable lesson about the true spirit of Christmas. When I said Tom Hanks, I don't mean like Tom Hanks was just a voice actor. No, they CGI'd Tom Hanks.
They just animated Tom Hanks. I like it.
um, no, it's a good movie.
I haven't
Very,
watched this one in
very.
years.
I've watched it probably once a week for the past 2 months.
Well, it makes sense why you picked it then.
Yeah, it was a easy one, and on top of that, you can do a lot with it, right? You have a train that's just going to the North Pole, and then it turns around and goes back.
Oh,
That's pretty magical, you know.
dude, if we had to pick like the one of the more recent Christmas movies we watched, I would have had to do The Grinch, but I would have made it a horror anime.
I was actually thinking about doing that, but then I was also thinking about doing the Grinch, and then just saying for the anime, the Grinch. It's already been done. Honorable mention, by the way, guys. Fifth movie from us. If we were to do the Grinch as an anime, just go back in time and watch the original one.
Yeah,
There you go. Um,
but add Jim Carrey.
yeah. So this one, some of the themes that we're gonna go through. This one I'm making more of like a series. The last one was more like a one cower series, maybe a movie. This one is more of like a 3 to 6 season series, right? So you're gonna
That's
get
a
a
long
lot of
ass train ride.
hey, there's a lot that happens, all right? We'll get to that. Heavy character growth through numerous characters, right? I know ChatGPT doesn't do a very good job, but I'm envisioning at least like a good handful of characters. And yeah, from there, lots of epic battles. Space train. Who doesn't love a good space train, right? And planetary travel. Because they're on a fucking space train. What else do you want them to do? Um, the Polar Express, the Galactic Heist. So, in a galaxy where magic and adventure collide, the Polar Express is a legendary spacefaring train crewed by audacious pirate children. Their mission? To steal Santa's magical bag of presents from the distant planet North Pole, now ruled by the tyrannical Krampus and the icy Jack Frost. With Santa Claus having perished, the mantle of Santa falls upon young Max, a reluctant new Santa aboard the train, who struggles with the immense pressure and responsibility. Captain Jade, the fearless leader of the pirate crew, and her diverse band of adventurers navigate through cosmic storms and alien encounters to reach the North Pole. Upon arrival, they must battle the malevolent forces of Krampus and Jack Frost in a high stakes clash of fire and ice. Amidst the chaos, Max must come to terms with his new role, finding the inner strength to harness the magic of Christmas. The epic showdown culminates in a breathtaking battle where the pirate crew, led by Max's newfound courage, overcomes the dark forces, liberates the North Pole, and restores the magic of Christmas across the galaxy. Returning as heroes, the pirate children celebrate their victory, and Max embraces his destiny as the new Santa, ready to spread joy throughout the cosmos.
Damn, dude. I see how you could easily turn this into multiple like arcs because you just rip off One Piece and make each planet an island,
See?
and you're good.
And all you have to do is just come up with some really dumb convoluted thing where like, Max is kind of revealed to be Santa, but then no, you just shift it over to little Sally over there, right? Maybe Sally's going to be Santa Claus next.
Yeah, we're gonna
No, it
have
turns out she's not.
the 7 warlords of Krampus, dude.
Dude, just wait for the 4 emperors of the frost. um no, so for this one though, there was 2 studios I had in mind, but I think I'm going to take a page out of your book. Studio Sunrise. This
Okay.
one here, I feel like it's got a lot of depth where it can actually take advantage of having more of that gritty style too. Again, we're talking about children pirates, right? We're not making them laughable, lovable kind of pirates and stuff like that. They're good pirates, don't get me wrong, but they're still gonna be pirates at the end of the day. They're still gonna steal stuff, they're still gonna lie, they're still gonna cheat their way through everything. But they're gonna do it as kids and stuff like that. They're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and I really feel like having, that adult drawing around them is really gonna add a lot more weight. I don't know if you watched it yet, but
No, I
Arcane did
watched
a
Arcane, yeah.
really Arcane did a really good job with, bringing that weight with the rest of the art as opposed to just who we were, like, physically dealing with.
Okay.
And I feel like Sunrise could do a really good job with that too. Not just from the mech standpoint, but from a lot of the other works that they've done too.
Yeah, I think Sunrise can bring a lot of balance to it. I mean, if you think about it, Sunrise has done everything from the Gundam series to Gintama. So you've got a lot of flexibility there.
Yeah. Inuyasha, Code Geass, ASL World,
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, you know, there's a lot there. And I mean even then too, Cowboy Bebop, they already have history with space. So it's a
True.
natural fit for them.
I mean,
Um,
and 47,000 Gundam series, which half of them take
yes.
place in space.
Yes.
There's going to be a
So
space
for
colony somewhere. One
for
of the
this
planets
one
going to be
here,
a space colony.
oh, I would hope so, because if not, then I'd be pissed. So I see this one going one of two ways. For Mal, you could either have it be like a 6.3. You have your diehard fans, everyone else just fucking hates it. Or this show is an absolute banger. It's a 9.1, one of the top shows of the year. There is not going to be an in between.
Pretty much.
So, it's like with a lot of shows, you get one shot to really make it work. If you don't, that's pretty much it. It's happened before. And sure, those shows might get another shot later on down the road when it's actually complete. More people have read the manga and stuff like that. But as it stands, they get one shot. They better come off strong in the beginning, because otherwise it's going to hit 6.3 and they're probably only going to do 3 seasons.
I feel that. And that's when I'd go read the manga.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So my last one I have is Elf. And I did not get a synopsis for Elf. Everybody should know Elf. It was like one of the biggest movies of my childhood around Christmas. So
Hang on. I'll do a synopsis for Elf. Will Ferrell is Will Ferrell.
in an elf costume.
There you go. There's Elf.
And he somehow goes to New York City to look for his dad. Boom. I don't
Fun
think we're
movie
looking
though.
for a dad in
Watch
this
it.
one. Oh yeah, 100%. If you haven't seen Elf, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But what I've got for you is Elf, Blade of the Winter Star. And this is going to be a elf inspired, very loosely inspired Ronin samurai Christmas adventure. The snow falls, the wind howls, and a lone warrior walks a path of vengeance. The North Pole, a bastion of joy and wonder, lies in ruins. Its once vibrant halls now echo as silence and ash. Amid the destruction, a lone figure kneels, Buddy, a cheerful warrior raised among Santa's legendary guardians. Though human by birth, Buddy lived as one of the elven blades, sworn to protect the Yuletide spirit. Now his family is gone, his master Santa Claus struck down by an unknown foe. Clad in his patched elven robes, he wields the enchanted candy cane katana. Buddy takes up the mantle of a Ronin, a masterless samurai wandering the icy wastelands and bustling villages of the human world. His mission: to uncover the truth behind Santa's assassination and restore hope to the world. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
As we go through the trailer, we see Buddy find an evil elf turned mercenary, Nico Frost. During the battle, he just says, "You're just a human," as Buddy bests him in the duel. Maybe, but the spirit of Christmas isn't in blood, it's in the heart. As Buddy journeys, he uncovers whispers of an ancient evil, Krampus, the shadow of Christmas, long thought to be sealed away. With his monstrous Oni-like form and his army of twisted Yule yokai, Krampus has risen to plunge the world into eternal despair. His goal to not just destroy Christmas, but the bonds of love and joy that hold humanity together. On his quest, Buddy gathers allies. Hana, a skilled spirit mage from the Southern Isles who uses festive talismans to summon protective spirits. Some of these protective spirits might be Rudolph, the reindeer, the abominable snowman, the lumberjack whose name I can't remember. We got options, guys.
We got a lot of options.
He runs into Tinker, a grizzled blacksmith elf who reforges the candy cane katana into its ultimate form, the Winter Star blade. And Blitzen, an enhanced reindeer augmented by North Pole relics, who becomes Buddy's loyal half mechanical reindeer deed. Their journey is fraught with peril as Krampus's yokai ambush them at every turn. The final battle looms at the frozen ruins of the North Pole, where Buddy must confront Krampus wielding the stolen Star Forge, the magical heart of Santa's power. You think a mere human can challenge me? I am the end of joy, bellows Krampus, his claws gleaming like icicles of death. But Buddy's determination burns brighter than any winter storm, drawing upon the memories of his fallen kin and the warmth of the bonds he's forged on his quest. He unlocks the blade of Winter Star, a weapon forged not of metal, but of hope itself. An epic duel ensues, a clash of light and shadow as Buddy fights to reclaim the spirit of Christmas. This battle is not just for vengeance, it's for redemption, for joy in the legacy of Santa Claus. Even in the darkest winter, the light of one blade can guide us all. I'm excited for this one, guys.
Yeah, no, that was pretty exciting.
I'm really torn on which studio should do this though. Cause like I want it to be like a good samurai studio. So like I'm kind of leading Madhouse or PA Works or Dean. But I kind of want it to be that 90s like Rurouni Kenshin animation, but at today's standards where the fights can really shine. Does that make sense?
It does. Um at the same time though, I think a good one might be the studio that did Elusive Samurai, maybe.
Nah, it's too bright and happy. This is dark, dude.
Well, what else has Cloverworks done? That's the thing.
Cloverworks has done a lot. I don't know. When I was looking at more like the older samurai shows, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely got you there.
I mean, Mappa could do it. They would just leave half the battles three-quarters animated.
I don't know. I think Cloverworks might be a good one. They did Windbreaker. The fight scenes in Windbreaker were really good. I think as far as fight choreography goes,
True.
they would probably be one of the better ones to go with. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
just looking at a lot of the other things that they've done.
it's true. I just really want that older style animation, you know? I mean, the movie did come out in 2002. So
You
we
know
got to
what?
stay true to that heart, too.
Let me think here. I might have the answer that you're looking for.
Okay.
All right.
What do you got?
So hear me out here. The studio that did Tower of God season 1.
But then I really worry about, well, this is going to be a movie, so there won't be a season 2. We're good.
Telecom.
Okay.
Telecom animation.
I could see that. I still like the idea of like Madhouse. They've done a lot of dark shows.
They have. That's honestly the hardest part is probably just figuring out the studio to use because there's so many good ones
I
out there.
know. That was like I literally sat here looking at a list. I had like 5 of them and I was like, I don't
All
know.
right,
They're all good.
here's what you do, right? You have what was that first one? You have Cloverworks do the fight animation.
Ooh, we do a little
Madhouse
combo.
does Madhouse does everything else.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, leave Cloverworks to do the choreography because they're still honestly the best.
But then I gotta pay 2 people.
Hey, we don't have to pay. Someone
Yeah.
else can.
Actually, I'm gonna go Perot because they do really good fights, and the Thousand Year Blood War arc is dark as hell. So we got it. We got it. We're good.
They don't need any other credentials other than Thousand Year Blood War.
And Naruto fights.
It doesn't even matter, dude. Thousand Year Blood War.
True.
Fights, death, darkness,
I want the
everything you want
audio
out of
though
us.
from Naruto. I want to hear
Okay,
those
fine.
4 blades clash, right?
Fine. We'll throw in Naruto then. They get an honorable mention as part of the big three. We talked about One Piece and Bleach already.
We do. We got to throw him in there somewhere. I mean, Tyler's not there to say Naruto. Minato on his shoulder 10 times. He hasn't brought little Minato up in a while. I'm sad.
Poor Tyler.
Dude, I swear to God, when we first started doing this podcast, little Minato showed up way more than he does now. It's kind of sad.
Dude, I don't think I've ever met Little Minato.
Oh, he lives on his shoulder, dude. Back when we used to be like, which character would you want to be on whatever? It was always Minato. It was always Minato, dude.
I get it though. He's a cool character,
He
but
is.
knowing what happens to him, I don't know if that would be my choice.
I mean, dude, the flying Rajan or whatever they call him, badass.
Yeah, I know, but still, that's what concerns me about it.
Yeah, he does die.
No matter how awesome that power is, it's still not enough.
I mean, basically kills himself, but whatever.
He did it for a good reason though, so he went out like a hero.
Okay, so we've gone through the 4 movies, shows, whatever we're gonna call them. Which
Yep.
one of these did you like the best?
Honestly, I think I got to give it up for Elf Blade of the Winter Star.
I think that's the one I'd want to watch the most. I think that has a high probability of being a solid 8.5.
Easy, easy. And if not that one, it would probably be Polar Express: The Galactic Heist.
Okay.
Only because Rudolph sounds more like it would be more of a movie than a
Yeah.
series. I've been much more appreciative of series only because they're longer form, they're longer
Hmm.
lasting, much better story flow, more impactful stories in general, right? Like you
Yeah.
can't fit all that you can with a series that you in that same time frame of a movie. So
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So I almost took the elf one in a totally different way, I guess. I was almost thinking just turn the movie Elf into Gintama. It'd be funny. And we could have Will Ferrell be the voice. We could make him learn Japanese.
I'm pretty sure he already knows Japanese, actually.
I mean, imagine hearing an entire sub movie with our show with Will Ferrell talking. I would cry.
Dude, honestly, like, I seriously believe that he can.
I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. I feel like Japanese isn't the first language you choose to learn if you're an actor. I feel like you would choose something from Europe because that's where you'd end up going more, I feel like.
Okay, so he doesn't know Japanese. Um, he does know Swedish and Spanish, though.
There we go. Hell yeah. Well, cool. That's all we got for you guys this week. We wanted to keep it a little light because it's the holidays. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have the rundown dropping on Tuesday as always. And then on Thursday, we're going to be doing the results for Naughty or Nice, the little white elephant game we played last week. Me and Nam have to watch some shitty shows.
Yeah, we got
Everybody
screwed
else
hard.
got good shows. Bass
Fuck those guys.
purposely fucked me over. Which is a
Yeah,
damn
well, I'm
shame.
glad that he did, so that way I'm not the only one suffering. Suffer with me, Dan.
I
We
don't
gotta
want
make
to
it through at least 3 episodes, and then fluff that we made it through 6.
suffer.
I'm probably not even gonna make it that far.
Dude, this show that you gave me looks bad. It looks
I,
real bad.
I didn't make it past the first episode, so
Well, I'll let you know how the next 5 are.
Please don't.
But awesome, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you next week. If you haven't yet, make sure to join the Discord. Linktree.com/Anime Degens has our Discord, our socials, our YouTube. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Am I missing any? Happy holidays. We'll just throw that in there. All
Yeah, I
encompassing.
generally just do that.
You're required to. You're in retail.
Well, look, at the same time, if you want to tell me what you celebrate afterwards, I'll reciprocate it. I don't have a problem with that. I'm
Hell
just not
yeah.
gonna assume what it is and then have you yell at me.
True. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Later.